You know, since the medieval ages, there has been a great debate between every single human being that has ever congregated. What's better, spandex or tin can armor? Like, this makes my body feel nice and snug and tug, but this one, I feel like a turtle, and turtles are the greatest creature ever created. The turtle is the intellect checker of all animals, because any animal that sees a turtle and it goes in a shell and like touches it and goes, I don't know what to do here, and walks away, that's how you know that's a stupid animal. I know there's a lot of furries out there, and they're like, I love foxes, but I'm sorry to say, furry community, you have failed the intellect chart. You are dumb. My apologies. Your fursona is dumb. Not you. You're a great person. Because you're a human and you know how to kill a turtle. Because you're like, oh, look, there's a turtle. And that's why we're here to watch Batman versus Iron Man. To find out which one's better. Is it the man who shows his chin in battle? Or is it the man who shows no chin in battle? Is it the man who kind of always does this really grunty voice that really is very noticeable? Could you not tell a difference if I was like in a mask and instead I talk like this? I'm pretty sure at some point you'd be like, Ryan, is that you? That sounds like your Grumpo voice. No, I'm Batman. This is going to be a good fight. They're so similar characters that I think this is a fantastic death battle, and I'm actually really intrigued to see it. Now, as for who I'm going to pick, see, here's the thing. My heart says Batman. My head says Iron Man. I like Batman more than Iron Man, but I don't know. Like, to me, I was taught as a young age that Batman is the strongest superhero in all of DC, and he can outsmart everybody. But what if he's fighting someone who's also smarts? Against my better judgment, I'm picking Batman. I think Batman can pull this off. But in reality, I have no idea. Because if anything I've learned about comic book characters, God knows what they have scrounged up from the depths of comic books. There might be a comic where Iron Man's just like, oops, I blew up a universe. Damn it. Of course, folks, if you like to check out the original, like more of original content creator, link me in the description.
Batman. DC.
Holy shit, I've never seen that outfit before.
Man, Marvel's genius
Or
billionaire
that
playboy
one.
philanthropist.
Why does he have
These
cogs?
two mortal men
Did he
have
get
used
his
their
arm
intellect
stuck?
and
Help!
determination to take
I've
their
lost
place
to a clock!
alongside gods.
And being filthy, stinking rich sure doesn't hurt either. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
With science. They do love their science. I'm starting to think he
That's
jerks
right,
off to science.
He's back. In case you're one of the many psycho supervillains stalking
Hopefully
the
not
streets
as
of
much
Gotham
as
City,
the
who
Penguin
would make
did.
peace with whatever
Honk,
god
honk,
you pray
right,
to.
don't do that, I can't
It
get
won't
in
save
trouble.
you from the goddamn Batman.
But before he dressed like a giant rodent and employed little boys in blue shorts as meat shields, he was Bruce Wayne.
He just showed up
scion
one
of
day.
the
Don't listen to
multi-billion-dollar
Rob.
company, Wayne Enterprises.
You should see him
Until
today.
Mommy's
He's
daddy
not like
got
that
360
big and
no
makes
scope,
bad jokes.
leaving Bruce with a void inside him that could only
I
be
wish he would
filled
just
by
go.
the never-ending quest for justice and vengeance.
That night, Bruce Wayne died and the Batman was born. He would devote his life to perfecting his body and mind to become more than human. He would transcend his own
Batman's
mortality.
strong, but that
He's
seems
legend,
like a bit of a
nightmare to haunt
overkill.
till the end
Yeah, this is
of
10,000
time.
pounds. It's fine.
Jesus Christ! I feel like Zoloft and therapy would work too, but okay, whatever works.
Batman's
Have you not
resume
watched
is
Batman?
absurd.
Therapy would
He
not
mastered
work at all.
127
All of them
martial
are
arts,
scum.
trained in stealth and assassination,
Hugo
and
Strange is
a
just
super
the
genius
one
with a
of
photographic
millions.
memory. He's the world's greatest detective, bar none.
Like how the League of Shadows needs to keep
Yeah, I
erasing
think
Batman's
that's what's going to
memories
give
because
him an
he keeps
advantage
finding their
over
secret
Iron Man.
bases.
Is like
Or the time
Iron
he
Man's
found a
smart,
dead
but he's
body
not
with no
detective
entry
smart.
or
He's technical
exit
smart.
wound and a 40-year-old bullet nearby, and somehow determined it must have been fired backwards in time.
Despite being a master
Holy
marksman,
shit,
escape
Batman.
artist, forensic
How'd you figure
scientist,
that out?
mechanical
Ah,
engineer,
this
And Ninja,
came to me one day.
one of Batman's assets stands above them all.
his fat Stacks. Vance has poured his billions into
I thought it was
tactical
his
armor and
greatest
gadgets for every conceivable situation.
cock
If
protector.
there's one word to describe Batman, it's prepared.
Made of reinforced Kevlar and titanium, his batsuit can resist knives and gunfire, and even protected him from this massive explosion. Judging
What?
by the size of the detonation, Batman's distance from the epicenter, and the
Well, that
surface area
depends
of
on
his
which
body,
one, because
he
Batman's
must
usually
have
afraid
withstood
of
a
boom
blast
booms.
of
He gets
nearly
very
60
scared.
tons of TNT.
Also, hilariously enough,
Cowl comes
he
with
can
night vision,
take an
infrared,
explosion,
and a
but he
radio,
can't take
while his utility
that.
belt is chock full of smoke bombs, nerf toxins,
Apparently his back
grappling
is
hooks,
very
and
weak.
batarangs, which he can control midair and
He
set
can
to
go
explode.
It was
but
these
no,
tools that allowed Batman to wage his one-man war on crime.
But once he got over his angsty loner phase, he helped found the Justice
What's
League
crazy?
of America in order to
How
bring his
many
personal brand of
chin
Bat Justice
transformation
to the entire world.
Batman
And
has
Batman's
had
knack
throughout
for
the
schemes
years.
and preparation
Every single
skyrocketed
one
to
is
max,
just like,
turning him into the Bat God we all
God
find mean.
bless
Like
America.
the time he developed a backup personality that would ensure he functions as Batman in case of a psychological attack that drove him mad.
What?
Human operating system.
That's
like a computer,
amazing.
but it's his brain.
That's amazingly
He even has
stupid,
plans tailored
but
to
still
his
amazing.
teammates' Weaknesses should they ever go rogue. He's developed contingencies for everything, which is why Bats comes prepared with extra suits for any occasion.
Yep.
Like his
That's
Nightfall
why they say
exosuit
Batman can beat
that'll
any
aid
DC
for
character
the
because he
Justice
knows every
Buster, which is
weakness.
obviously designed to combat the Justice League. He even got a final Batsuit from his sixth dimensional self that can rewrite your mind.
But my
Whoa!
favorite is his stylish zebra suit, which he wore after getting weird Magneto powers. They just made his
That makes
suit
sense.
look like this for some reason.
Zebras
There's also the
100%
Rainbow
have Magneto
Batman
powers.
suits, the suit of sorrows, and
If
of
this guy
course,
can,
the Bat
anybody
nipples.
can.
Chicks dig the Bat nipples. All paid for with the Bat credit card.
You know that guy can
Never leave
have
the
Magneto
cave
powers
without
because
it.
he has
But
eels in his
perhaps
fucking nipples or
greatest
something?
suit of armor, the one designed
What
to put him
happened,
on the
Capcom?
same level of insane mind-bending power as his League teammates, is the Hellbat.
AKA
Oh!
coolest
That was
looking
him,
thing ever
right?
invented.
Forged by
Listen, I
Superman
get
in
excited
the heart
too.
of the sun, each member of the Justice League contributed to this monstrous mech's abilities.
What?
Boy,
I
did it
didn't know
show.
that. That's
The
fucking
Hellbat is
awesome.
Absolutely hardcore.
Made of nanokinetic mesh, it can shapeshift around Batman's body
That's
and operate via
awesome.
telepathic link.
It can fly, turn invisible, and
I know
fire a
very,
bat-shaped
very little
jet
about
laser.
Justice League. I
And by
mostly
diverting all
like
the suit's
Batman, to be
power
honest
into
with
his
you.
fist,
I know a bit
he
of
can use
Superman,
the
but
Devastator, a punch powered by Wonder Woman's strength, and she's strong enough to yank the friggin' Earth around. Though it does have a 95% chance of giving old Bats a heart attack.
Which he has given himself to save all of Gotham City on at least one occasion.
Oh,
It's that
no,
level
that's
of
gonna
insane
kill you,
drive
isn't it,
that pushed him to
Batman?
use the Hellbat
Oh,
in
he's
his
totally
one-man
gonna have a heart
invasion
attack
of
and die.
Apocalypse in
Ah,
order to bring his
shit.
son back to life.
You know, Apocalypse, home to the god of evil himself, Darkseid. Batman stared down the final boss of DC Comics and actually kicked his ass.
This is incredible.
Oh, dude, the
considering
bat
Darkseid
thing,
is
that
a
looks
being strong
awesome.
enough to destroy
That artist
entire
deserves
universes
10 raises.
and fast enough to fly to the edge of the universe in seconds. Since the DC universe is significantly larger than our own, that would be over 600 quintillion times the speed of light.
How
That same
did,
Darkseid
wait, how
avatar
does that
even
work?
took a Shoryuken
How
from
did his
Alan
body
Scott,
not go
who was
in
jacked
like
up
a
from the energy of the
millisecond?
multiverse. And Bats cleaned his clock just as hard.
But this incalculable strength is drawn from Batman's own life force, specifically his metabolism. Should any fight with the Hellbat go on
That's the
too
most
long,
anime
Batman may
shit I've
succumb
ever
to his
seen.
hunger
You know how
before
many
finishing the
shonens
fight
happen where he's like,
himself.
I got powerful,
Or
but I lose my
absorb
life force.
someone else's biomass for fuel. That works too.
So basically, you'd have to be
shit.
completely batshit insane to pilot this thing. And Bats,
And he will to beat Iron Man.
yeah, sorry to break it to you, but the grown man that wears his underwear on the outside isn't all there.
In keeping with being a
He's
perfectionist,
fine.
He's completely aware
He's
of
just gotta
this.
make more
That's
friends
why
than the
he does
Joker.
Not kill. Because if
He's
he
just friend 'cause he
did,
shows up all the time.
understands that he can't trust himself to know when to stop.
Batman has outsmarted the nigh-omniscient Metron, defeated his dark counterpart, the Batman Who Laughs, and humiliated Superman in a one-on-one fight. No, wait, that one's not canon. That one he technically had help. Yeah, that one.
Although many of his greatest accomplishments have been aided by his exceptional prep work and foreknowledge, he's no stranger to being put on the spot, even in the face of Armageddon. Who else would kick the Spectre, the Angel of Wrath, God's divine judgment, in the face, and then tell him to get the hell out of his suit?
I'll tell you who.
That's the
The
freaking
goddamn
coolest thing ever.
na-na-na-na-na
Oh, Batman, I love you. I will always love you. You may be my favorite superhero of all time.
Arrive soon.
Think I haven't planned for this?
He's certainly my
You
favorite
would be
DC
forgiven
hero.
for
That's
doubting the
without a
destiny
doubt.
of genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Tony Stark.
Yeah, because you can add massive prick to that list, too.
Tony's parents died when he was still young, leaving the mind-bogglingly brilliant prodigy
And that's
to
what's
inherit
gonna
a multi-billion
make
dollar
Bruce
tech
lose.
company.
He's not pricking
With
him.
mommy and daddy's purse strings, Tony decided to live it up and down in booze and the ladies.
Which was problematic considering he made his fortune as a part of a military-industrial complex.
Which, don't
So
worry,
he's
Batman's, he's
devastating high-tech arms
analyzing
to the
this.
highest
He's
bidder.
gonna put
And
one
Tony
last
got to
bottle
see
of
his
booze
handiwork
down and go,
firsthand when it
oh no,
literally blew up
alcoholism
his
got
face.
me. Ah! Dead
Tony
liver.
never had much of a heart to begin with, but after that, he literally had even less. Unlike so many men of weaker spirit, though, Tony refused to give up. He was made of tougher stuff. He was made of iron.
So he built himself a robot suit to bust the hell out of there. And when he got back
know,
to the
I've
good
said
old
this
US
before,
of A, he
but
devoted his
my
life
God.
to protecting the world from the kinds of
Robert Downey
weapons he
Jr.
helped
literally
make
is the
by making
perfect
an
person
even
to play
better
Iron Man.
robot
Like,
suit
you look
and
at the
becoming a
comics,
superhero.
and it's like scary. Oh, like,
Building new suits
it's
of armor
perfect.
wasn't just a hobby
Sometimes
for Tony,
weird
but
stuff
an
like that
obsession.
happens. Kinda
Over
like
the
Thor,
course of his
too.
long career as a founding member of the Avengers, he has constructed dozens of different models, which he can call to him at once like a literal one-man army.
Shit.
Most of his armors come with the
Oh, I
same
forgot
basic
he's got a
toolkit,
shitload of
super strength,
suits.
massively hypersonic flight, and repulsor blast.
Repulsors are extremely dense.
Does that
beams
count?
of
Can we
muon,
count multiple?
unstable subatomic particles similar
Does he
to
get
electrons.
disqualified if his
They're
second
actually
metal
really
suit
interesting
shows
to
up?
see. They're classified as
You're
leptons, which
just-
don't have any known substructures. Just sort of like,
It's a laser.
just suck the fun out of it. His armors also come with onboard AI, like Friday, which can hack into enemy technology, command his other suits to fight remotely, and operate down to the picosecond. That's 1/1,000,000th of a second.
But not like a Boku no Pico second, right? I am screwed. Ah, God. No, Ryan, we're not screwed yet. We have Superman. We got the Justice League teaming up to make you a big old metal suit for victory. But Iron Man has the numbers advantage. Crap. Let's hope that Batman has an EMP in his pants to take them all out, because that's what he would 100% do.
By taking a look at its speed, Tony's armor would have had to be hidden with an energy of nearly 300 teratons of TNT. That's 3
Ooh.
times stronger than the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Years
What?
spent defending the Earth has
Oh,
positioned Tony to be
shit.
prepared for any threat imaginable, and he has an armor for almost any occasion.
He's got an armor to bust Hulks, an armor to bust Thors.
If
an
only
armor that
Iron
can
Man
turn
was alive,
intangible, a super
Timmy the
tiny armor that
T-Rex
can
would
mess
still
with
be
your
alive.
insides, and an armor made of white sticky alien goo. Definitely not legal in all 50 states.
Gross. In order to remain as
It is in
flexible
Texas.
as possible, though, his standard
Ugh,
go-to
choked the
is
coffee.
the Model Prime. It has
Oh.
all the classic
Oh,
Iron Man
God.
staples
Texas
and has
coffee's
even
trying to kill
incorporated size changing for extra strength, an invisible stealth mode,
And a badass lightning samurai sword. Say what you want
Oh
about the smart son
no,
of a bitch,
they're
but
gonna
he's
have a
definitely got style.
By the way,
And
once again,
crippling
I
alcoholism.
swear to God,
Look who's
they have
talking.
copied each
It
other.
was more than likely
I
that
can't
same
believe they're
devil-may-care
both samurais.
attitude that led to Tony
What?
revealing
How are
his
they
secret
both
identity to the
samurais?
world, which I guess had no consequences.
Look, Wiz, when you build a space laser strong enough to wipe out alien fleets in one shot, I don't think the Mandarin is going to interrupt your shawarma lunch date.
That space laser is a Dyson sphere, a speculative superstructure that is meant to encircle an entire star and harness its energy. Something only possible
I'm
by a
fucked.
theoretical Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev
God, what?
Basically, when
Comic
you enough to
books!
draw power
God
in the
dang it,
entire
Ryan,
solar
you should have
system.
known.
I know it's
Marvel
comics,
always
but
goes
the fact that
crazier
Tony
than
Stark is
DC.
flying
Shit.
around is insane.
Oh,
Known as
no,
False Hammer,
Marvel's
Tony's
being
incomplete
Marvel
sphere is strong
again.
enough to destroy a
They're
planet
doing
at
crazy
only a
stuff.
few
It's Thor
percent.
all over again. Oh,
You were
crap.
One of those? I remember you talking about how it would solve your student loan problems once and for all.
On
We
behalf
sure
of
would.
the families of several planets that no longer exist, I'm not legally at liberty to discuss that.
Years of protecting the world
And you
from
shit
alien
on him
gods
for
and
the
even his
intern
friends.
problem?
All of that stuff wore Tony down and turned him into the one thing he promised himself he would never become, a narc.
Siding with U.S. government's enforcement of the Superhuman Registration Act led to a literal civil war between superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be his last.
Though it did prove he could.
It's
hang
actually
with
one
the
of my
best
absolute
them.
favorite,
He's beaten
Marvel
Captain
movies, too.
America in hand-to-hand combat, survived blows from Thor, and even took down the World Breaker Hulk.
He even matched Magneto. Magneto, the guy that controls metal, the thing that surrounds Tony's entire body, by amplifying his
shit.
power with Jupiter's
No!
magnetic
You mean he
field.
can counter
And then
Z-Pro's
Batman with the
Batman?
power of the sun.
Damn it, they
And
knew
was
what they were
like,
doing when
no
they
big
brought this
deal.
up.
There really doesn't seem to be a limit to how insane Tony's tech gets. In the movies, this is the same guy that figured out time travel just sitting around one evening. In the time it takes me to down a beer,
Yeah,
Tony's already
that's how
scattered
everything
the
happened.
laws
Isn't
of
that how
physics.
Einstein figured out
Yeah,
stuff too?
sure.
He's just shitting
Go to
around
the
one day.
Middle
Like,
Ages and
whoa!
Dr.
Things getting
Doom,
wacky.
scamp.
Perhaps his greatest invention of all, however, was the E-scape, an entire virtual universe where the only limit is his imagination.
And because Tony's
Batman,
nothing
do
if
not
not
get in there.
predictable,
Batman,
he
do
made
not get in
armor
there.
out of it.
Batman, do
That's
not
right,
get
he
in there.
made an
He's gonna
armor out
Freddy
of a
Krueger you.
universe.
This
Don't let him
virtual
Freddy
armor
Krueger
is
you.
composed of solid holograms that can form any weapon Tony can think of. But even it likely cannot compare to the armor Tony created inside the E-scape, the Godbuster.
It's literally Iron Man going Super Saiyan. The Godbuster
Oh,
was so
no,
powerful,
oh,
he destroyed
no.
the entire
Why'd he go
E-scape
at
in a
Cogs, though?
single blast, along with the AI controlling all of it.
An
like, I can
earlier
create
iteration
anything,
of the
but
Godbuster
I'm
was
still
able to
using
stand up
old
to
clock
Celestials,
technology.
Cosmic gods that can warp reality, like Galactus, Odin, and Franklin, who can threaten the multiverse with their power.
So it lives up to the
Who the
friggin'
fuck
name in
is
case you were
Franklin?
wondering. But it isn't that kind of power that makes Tony special.
Why is
After
there
a
a lo-
life spent wallowing
Ah,
in vice
great.
and
Now I
pleasure,
want to know
Tony
more about
rebuilt
Franklin than I
himself
want to
into
know
a man
any of
he can
this.
be proud
Who the
of.
frick
One
is
who can
Franklin?
sacrifice everything to save the world.
I
suppose
refuse to let
underneath it
Franklin
all,
be the most
that man of
powerful
iron
being in it.
had
That
a
better be a
heart
joke and not a real thing.
You want my property, you can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
I hate you.
All right, the combatant star is set, and we've run the data
shit.
through all possibilities.
Oh no, I am
you
in
want the same
so
level
much
of
trouble.
confidence as these
Oh
two billionaires,
god,
yeah,
Batman,
will
please
do.
pull this out. I don't know what.
Confidence.
Oh, well, hold on. We got boner duty to do. I should have known. I should have known. Guys, I gotta make myself a rule. If there is a Marvel character to choose, you pick them because their comics are so much stupider than DC comics. What? Oh, Batman, no. Batman, what are you listening to? Batman, this is how you lose.
Hey, Bats! Now, I can respect a man with a healthy sense of paranoia and billions to spare, but Steve and Nat are really up my ass about this. Take the
I'm gonna be
Watchtower
fully on it.
offline now, Bruce.
Oh, sorry. I got timeout. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to whoever drew that. That was not good. Holy shit. That was the most basic. I feel like I could have drawn that art. That was just a color and like a shape, and I just went splat. Also, I'm gonna be fully honest with you on this one. Oh boy, that does not complement each other. Sorry, Deathbell. I'm usually very big into your animation, but like the 3D background with the 8-bit sprites does not look good at all. It like contrasts so hard. It does not look like it should be in. You've got modern day graphics with Super Nintendo. I don't know what, like, I don't mind if it's 8-bit fights, right? But with the 3D, like this picture I'm sitting on right now is messing with my head. You look at it, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't, like, it almost takes me out of the immersion in this one. And they've done stuff like this before. Like, I think the Thor battle was the same. But this one, it's too high quality. It's too, like, you should have it more cartoony. Because, like, the cartoon works better. This, like, stick to an art style. Like how in the Macho Man Kool-Aid Man, like, it's a lower quality animation. It's still really good, but you can tell it's, like, a certain style. And it works because it's in that universe. But if you, like, took them and put them fighting in real life, it would really contrast with each other. Oh, like, look at that. Oh, man. That's not great. I didn't quite like that at all. He was contorting that he shouldn't as an 8-bit character.
Hacking in the 2nd grade.
He looked like he was going to go to another dimension if he turned just a little bit too much. Now we're looking good. Now it's looking a lot better. Except Green Street Fire. But whatever.
This stick. I thought we were grown-ups here.
Tony, the one thing you are not is a grown-up. No! Iron Man. This is bad. This is bad when
I use Soul's hammer on
Batman's
that.
taking out the suit right away. Whoever takes out the ace... The world's biggest hammer. Oh! See, now it looks like the background fits more.
What did you expect? I am Batman.
Also, is this what? Whoa! He's not. He wasn't in there. He's gonna be outside.
I am Iron Man.
Yep, that's how I figured.
I've got a
I
suit
like
for
this
everything, guys,
royalty-free
including
AC/DC
busting
music you're
wannabe
playing.
gods like you.
Oh, Batman. Oh, Batman. Quick, get the zebra out. Get the zebra suit out. We're in trouble. I know how this is going to end. It's so obvious. He's like, oh, look how cool Batman is. But then he's going to get out the super suit. He's going to be Batman. Nah, shit. Ooh. Doing some good old-fashioned Dragon Ball attacks. Of course it's a Batman. You can't hurt his rock-hard body, Batman.
Some power to hacking that suit. Like I said, second grade. Friday, fire the hammer.
Oh, God. It's so much worse when he's so cocky. Oh! Oh! And, of course, he's going to live because remember that meteor he's talking about? Oh! Batman, you're alive! Don't let him get out his cog suit, though.
No more armors, Tony. Just you and me.
Oh.
Man to man.
Well, man to genius billionaire playboy.
Thank you, Batman. I appreciate that one. Yes! Come on. Come on, Batman.
Maybe
Oh!
just one more.
No!
Model 58, the nano armor. Snuck it into your body back on the watchtower. Friday, initiate self-destruct.
No, Batman! No! He's still got a good pelvis, though.
Friday, I could really use a drink.
God
Oh, come
dang it,
on.
I lost
Oh, they got
again!
Naked, Batman would have beat the shit out of him.
While Batman is a character defined by his tenacity, preparedness, and utter genius, so is Tony Stark. So neither could rely on that skill set alone to pull them through.
And it shouldn't
guess
come as
so.
a surprise. Batman's standard Batsuit couldn't quite hold up to the firepower of even the most basic Iron Man armors. The Batsuit is surprisingly tough, sure, but it isn't taking hits from a dude that can punch apart Manhattan. And despite Bats having a ton of nifty gadgets, Iron Man's armors were way more varied and powerful. With so many
Yeah, that's
unique
kinda
and
what I
often
figured.
alien abilities, there was no way Bats could predict all of them.
With time, he could certainly.
But
figure
isn't
out
that like
plan
his
of
entire
attack,
gimmick?
but
That he
since
literally
Tony
knows
is
all
just
of
as much a
DC's
genius
character, every
schemer
single
as
one of them.
Batman,
If
he
anyone
could
was
do
gonna
the
do
same.
it, it's Batman.
There are lots of cases where he would have won, especially with his ace in the hole, the Hellbat.
The Hellbat's raw power and speed absolutely dwarfed the majority of Iron Man's arsenal, and could have killed him immediately were it not for Tony's own trump cards.
Like the Godbuster, which was definitely strong.
Also,
enough to
was that
contend
the-
with
oh,
it
it is
Hellbat
the
can
cog
take on
one, but it's so
Darkseid,
low
but a weaker
quality,
version of the
down.
Godbuster could hold its own against Celestials.
Darkseid was a being capable of threatening the multiverse with his power and moving many times faster than light, but the Celestials were capable of the same.
With an armor that strong, Tony could buy himself enough time to break out all his other tricks, like sneaking nano armors into Batman's body, phasing through him with ghost tech, draining the Hellbat's power, or just hacking his
Holy
suit and shutting
fuck,
it off.
Marvel. Calm the
With an
fuck
army of
down.
powers at his beck and call,
You
Tony
gotta
could
calm
certainly hold
down.
Batman off
That's
long
fucking
enough to
too
throw
much.
those strategies. Hell, since he can control them remotely, he technically didn't even need to be there and put himself in harm's way.
And remember, the Hellbat used Batman's own life force as a battery. He needed to end the fight quick or else his own armor would kill him first. With Tony throwing an army at him, he didn't have a good way of doing that.
Yeah, I
Tony
figured it
just
was
had way
the
too
fact
much
that he had a
shit throwing
weakness, he was
Batman,
screwed
while
over in
Batman
the-
didn't have the time or options he needed to keep up.
Batman may have been a god among men, but Iron Man's wealth of gadgets, insanely powerful tech, and greater mechanical experience allowed him to crush the Cape Crusader.
You might think it's an injustice that Batman's gonna need avenging, but Iron Man was in a whole nother league.
The winner is Iron Man.
Throw him into a vat of whatever the Joker was in. Ooh, that punt. Ugh. Oh, damn it. Oh, I lost again. I was like 3 ahead. Now I think I only have 1 win over a loss. These I have been consecutively tanking it. I should have went with my head. I should have. I said at the beginning, I should have went with my head because I knew Iron Man was going to have bullshit abilities like that because Marvel can't help themselves. They freaking take those comic book characters have so many stupid abilities where it's almost like to me, that doesn't seem appealing to me as a comic book. Like, I always found the problem with Goku is the fact that, like, you can only go so far, and then it gets so ridiculous that it's like my brain can't even comprehend it. Like, they make one character banana strong with super, like, god tier abilities, like, no one can beat it. And they're like, shit, we gotta do that for everyone else to match them, and it just keeps going higher and higher and higher, and it's too much. Hence why, if you watch the movies, they're not that bananas crazy, because it's like, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But I will make an argument about Iron Man and Batman's smarts, because Iron Man and Batman's smarts are two different smarts. Batman's a detective. Iron Man is a physicist, or not, I don't know if physicist is the right word, but just because he's good at figuring out, like, making suits and stuff like that doesn't mean that he necessarily is good like Batman is with detective work. Because just because you're really smart in one aspect of life does not mean you're necessarily smart. Like, you can be the greatest physicist in the world, doesn't mean you're going to be able to figure out mysteries like Batman. So I kind of feel like, because Batman's whole thing is knowing people's weaknesses, he literally, like in Justice League, he's just like, I know everybody. Like, if he was going to fight Iron Man, and then you have to put it in the process, how long did Batman know this fight was going to happen? Because then he would know more. Like, if he knew about this fight, he would probably know every single suit that's ever been, like, historically recorded, because that's what Batman does. I mean, maybe I'm wrong and Iron Man's done a bunch of detective work, but I just don't feel like he does it as much as Batman, because also with Iron Man's character is he can use brute strength, right? If he uses brute strength, he doesn't really need to find out, like, weaknesses for people. He could just use his brute strength. But Batman's entire gimmick is finding out people's weaknesses because he's not as strong as everybody else. It does beg the question, would Batman be ready for a nano suit? Would he have an anti-nano? That does sound like something Batman would do. I'm just saying. I just want my win point, all right? God dang it. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm filled with rage, and I'm about to get more losses than wins because I keep going with my heart. And ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything you learn from this channel, never go with your heart, always go with your brain, because apparently this thing fails you every frickin' time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy, remember to subscribe, leave a like down below, and write a comment about the video. What do you guys think about this fight? Do you think what I'm talking about is a bunch of bullshit? It's kind of hard when you don't know every comic and every little nook and cranny about a character when there is so freaking much. And it also comes down to the question of, what do you do in situations like this where, like, one Iron Man and another Iron Man, like abilities that never really intertwined with each other and are different, like iterations of the character. What do you do in that situation? Do you just add them all up? Or would you rather it be like this generation Batman versus this generation Superman? Is it more legitimate? I don't know. I really don't know, actually. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.